Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The atmosphere around the clubhouse of the Los Angeles Dodgers has suddenly become the center of a storm that nobody expected to explode so loudly. Fans woke up to a wave of rumors circulating across baseball forums, podcasts, and social media threads, all pointing toward a supposed moment of frustration from one of the franchise's most respected veterans, Freddie Freeman. According to whispers that began spreading among insiders and quickly snowballed into a full-blown conversation among the fan base, Freeman was allegedly furious about the presence of Japanese ace Yoshinobu Yamamoto inside the Dodgers' pitching rotation. The quote that ignited the fire was dramatic, emotional, and almost impossible to ignore. The alleged statement claimed that Freeman did not want Yamamoto around the team ever again. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, it is important to remember that nothing has been officially confirmed. No microphones capture it clearly, no official interview has repeated it, and no direct source from the Dodgers has validated the claim. Yet in the world of baseball rumors, perception spreads faster than facts. The idea that such a respected clubhouse leader could feel that strongly about a teammate immediately triggered a flood of theories. Some believe it was a heated moment during a private discussion. Others suspect the quote may have been exaggerated or misinterpreted. But the speculation refuses to slow down. What makes the rumor even more fascinating is the contrast between the personalities involved. Freeman has long been known as one of the calmest and most professional leaders in Major League Baseball. His reputation across the league is built on consistency, maturity, and a quiet leadership style that rarely erupts into public drama. That is precisely why the alleged comment feels so shocking to many observers. The idea that Freeman would suddenly explode with frustration toward a teammate seems completely out of character, which has only intensified curiosity about what could have triggered such tension. Meanwhile, Yamamoto arrived in Los Angeles surrounded by enormous expectations. The star pitcher came from Japan with the aura of a generational talent, a player many believe could immediately dominate the league. His arrival was celebrated by fans and analysts alike, who saw the move as another bold step in the Dodgers' constant pursuit of championships. Yet high expectations can create pressure inside any locker room. When a new star joins a roster filled with veterans who already understand the team's culture, adjustments sometimes take time. Some insiders quietly suggest that cultural differences, communication barriers, and the weight of expectations could create moments of misunderstanding that outsiders never see. Inside baseball circles, there is another layer to the speculation that fans are obsessing over. Some analysts believe the rumored tension might not actually be about Yamamoto as a person at all, but rather about competitive frustration. The Dodgers are a team built on winning, and the standards inside that clubhouse are famously intense. Every player, from a newest rookie to the most established veteran, is expected to perform at an elite level every time they step onto the field. When things do not go according to plan, emotions can run high. A veteran like Freeman has spent his career pushing teammates to maintain focus and accountability, and sometimes that leadership style can be mistaken for anger. A heated comment behind closed doors could easily morph into a dramatic headline once it reaches the outside world. And once the internet grabs hold of a quote that sounds explosive, it spreads like wildfire. Fans start debating it, podcasts start analyzing it, and suddenly a single rumor transforms into a narrative that feels bigger than the truth itself. Another theory floating around suggests that the alleged quote may have originated from a misunderstanding during a private team conversation. Clubhouse meetings in professional sports can become intense environments where players speak candidly about expectations and performance. Words spoken in those settings are usually meant to stay within the team. But if even a fragment of that conversation leaks out without context, it can paint a completely different picture. Some insiders believe Freeman may have been expressing frustration about a particular moment or strategic decision rather than attacking Yamamoto personally. Yet when someone outside the room repeats the comment without explaining the full situation, the message can transform into something far more dramatic. Suddenly, it sounds like a personal attack instead of competitive motivation. And that is exactly how rumors are born in professional sports. A sentence gets shortened, the tone changes, and before long, it feels like a feud is unfolding in front of millions of fans. Of course, the reaction from Dodgers fans has been intense and divided. Some supporters immediately dismiss the rumor, arguing that Freeman has never shown signs of being a divisive presence in any clubhouse he has been part of. They point to his long history as a respected leader and insist that the story simply does not match his character. Others, however, are more curious than skeptical. They believe that even the most professional athletes can experience moments of frustration, especially on a team with championship expectations every single season. In their eyes, the rumor might contain a small grain of truth hidden beneath layers of exaggeration. Social media debates have become heated, with fans analyzing body language during games, dugout interactions, and even subtle expressions captured by television cameras. Every glance between Freeman and Yamamoto is now being interpreted as possible evidence of tension, even though those moments could easily mean nothing at all. Meanwhile, the silence from the Dodgers organization has only added more intrigue to the situation. When a rumor grows this loud, fans often expect someone from the team to address it quickly. But sometimes organizations choose to ignore speculation rather than amplify it. That strategy can be effective, yet it also leaves a vacuum where theories continue to grow. Without an official explanation, the story becomes whatever people imagine it to be. Some believe the team is simply protecting internal conversations that should never have become public. Others suspect the rumor may fade away once the next big storyline captures the spotlight. In the unpredictable world of baseball narratives, that happens all the time. Still, for now, the alleged comment attributed to Freeman continues to echo through the baseball community, raising questions about chemistry, leadership, and the fragile balance inside one of the sport's most star-studded clubhouses. As the rumor continued to circulate, several baseball commentators began digging deeper into the dynamics of the Dodgers roster, trying to understand whether there could be any hidden friction behind the scenes. The team is filled with talent, personalities, and competitive drive. And in environments like that, tension is not always unusual. Veteran players often carry a deep sense of responsibility for maintaining standards, especially when a new star arrives with enormous attention surrounding him. Yamamoto's arrival was not just another roster addition. It was one of the most talked-about transitions from international baseball into the major leagues. Cameras followed every move, reporters asked constant questions, and expectations rose to extraordinary levels almost instantly. That kind of spotlight can create subtle pressure inside a clubhouse. Some players thrive under it, while others quietly struggle to adapt to the rhythm of a new league, new teammates, and a completely different style of competition. Observers who believe the rumor might have some truth suggest that Freeman's alleged frustration could be tied to the growing pains that sometimes accompany such high-profile transitions. Another detail fueling the speculation is the leadership role Freeman naturally occupies within the Dodgers clubhouse. Teammates often describe him as someone who speaks directly when standards are not being met. That approach is usually respected because it comes from a place of accountability rather than ego. However, direct leadership can sometimes be interpreted differently depending on the circumstances. If a player is already feeling pressure, a blunt comment meant as motivation could sound harsher than intended. That possibility has led some analysts to wonder whether the rumor quote was actually part of a much longer conversation that included encouragement, strategy discussions, and attempts to help Yamamoto adjust to the demands of Major League Baseball. When a story leaks in fragments, the emotional tone can change dramatically. What might have been a moment of competitive intensity inside the clubhouse can easily transform into the image of a feud once it reaches the public. Interestingly, players who have worked with Freeman throughout his career consistently describe him as someone who values team chemistry above everything else. That reputation makes the rumor feel even more mysterious. If the alleged quote truly happened in the form people are repeating online, it would represent a rare moment of visible frustration from a player who usually keeps emotions controlled. Some fans believe that possibility is exactly why the story has spread so quickly. People are naturally fascinated when someone known for calm professionalism appears to break character. It creates a sense of drama that sports media thrives on. Yet there is also another possibility. The quote could have been exaggerated by the endless cycle of online discussion. A frustrated sentence, spoken during an intense moment, might have been repeated again and again until it sounded far more extreme than it originally was. For Yamamoto, the situation must feel like stepping into a whirlwind of noise that he never intended to create. Transitioning from Japanese baseball to the American spotlight already comes with enormous challenges. Language differences, new coaching styles, travel demands, and the constant attention from media can be overwhelming even for the most talented athletes. If the rumor about Freeman reached him directly, it could add another unexpected layer of pressure. Some insiders believe the Dodgers leadership group is likely working behind the scenes to keep communication open and prevent misunderstandings from growing. Teams with championship ambitions cannot afford lingering tensions. That is why experienced organizations often prioritize internal conversations over public responses. A single honest discussion between teammates can dissolve a rumor faster than any press conference. Despite the uncertainty, fans remain deeply invested in the unfolding narrative. Baseball supporters love analyzing every detail, and the idea of a potential disagreement between two major figures inside the Dodgers organization is irresistible. Online debates have turned into long threads where supporters break down every possible interpretation of the alleged comment. Some argue that competitive fire is exactly what championship teams need. Others worry that even small fractures in chemistry can grow if they are not addressed early. In reality, the truth may be far less dramatic than the speculation suggests. Clubhouses experience emotional moments all the time, and most of them never become public stories. Yet once a rumor captures the imagination of the fan base, it takes on a life of its own. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In the end, the situation surrounding Freeman and Yamamoto remains a cloud of speculation rather than confirmed conflict. No official statement has validated the dramatic quote, and neither player has publicly acknowledged the rumor. That silence leaves room for endless interpretation. Perhaps the entire story will fade away as quickly as it appeared, replaced by new conversations about performance and competition. Or perhaps one day, someone inside the clubhouse will reveal what truly happened during that mysterious moment that sparked so much debate. Until then, the baseball world continues watching closely, wondering whether the alleged words attributed to Freeman were a misunderstanding, an exaggerated whisper, or a rare glimpse into the emotional intensity that exists behind the closed doors of a championship contender. As the rumor continues echoing through the baseball world, another interesting layer has started to appear in the conversations among analysts and longtime observers of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Many insiders quietly point out that situations like this often reveal more about the pressure surrounding a championship contender than about any personal conflict between players. The Dodgers are not just another team trying to compete. They are an organization that operates under constant expectation to dominate, to win, and to justify the enormous talent assembled on their roster. In that kind of environment, every small moment can feel magnified. A frustrated comment in the clubhouse, a heated conversation during practice, or even a simple misunderstanding between teammates can suddenly appear much larger once it reaches the outside world. That is why some people around the league are treating the rumored words attributed to Freddie Freeman with caution. They believe the emotional intensity of a competitive team can sometimes produce sharp language that disappears as quickly as it appears. Yet when that language leaks into the public conversation without context, it becomes a headline rather than a fleeting moment. In a sport where chemistry and trust are essential, even a rumor can temporarily shake the perception of unity. For Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the entire narrative unfolding around him highlights just how dramatic the transition to the spotlight of American baseball can be. Few international players arrive with expectations as enormous as the ones placed on his shoulders. From the moment he stepped into the Dodgers organization, the spotlight followed him everywhere. Cameras captured his warm-ups, reporters analyzed his every appearance, and fans debated whether he could live up to the reputation he built overseas. That type of attention can turn even ordinary moments into intense scrutiny. If the alleged frustration from Freeman truly happened in any form, it might simply reflect the adjustment period that every team faces when integrating a new star into an already established culture. Veteran players want immediate success, while newcomers are still learning the rhythms of a different league. Those dynamics can create moments of tension that are perfectly normal inside professional sports. The difference now is that every whisper spreads instantly across social media, turning private clubhouse emotions into public theater. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.